3D Witch Cat Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. Hi everybody! In this week's videos I will be doing a whole bunch of Halloween designs involving black cats. And obviously I have a black cat. I've always loved black cats. I think they are very underappreciated. So I decided to do 3 videos this week. So the first one is going to be a cute little witch cat. This is the only one that is not 4D, so it's just a simple little black kitty with a witch hat on. I hope you guys like this video as much as I do and as much as Melody loves her kitty cats. And I will see everybody in the next video. I'm going to begin with an overlay of green acrylic over the top of the entire nail, just to have a nice Halloween background color. If you wanted to, this would definitely be designed where a glittery background would be appropriate, so that would also be another option. Some kind of bright green glitter would be perfect. Get it? Perfect. Yeah, I know, I'm so subtle. So after you have that layer of green in the background, I'm going to encase it with a layer of clear acrylic to make sure that the nail is nice and strong. And if you do happen to use a glitter acrylic in the background instead of just a solid color like I did, definitely make sure that you do encase it so that your glitter doesn't get all scratchy looking when you start filing it. And after you have all of that clear over the top of the entire thing and it is hardened, go ahead and file your nail into shape with your e-file, starting out with a fairly coarse bit to remove any bulk, and then after you have that, go ahead and use a much finer bit to smooth out the surface texture and make it velvety smooth to work on top of. And also clean up the free edge a little bit. You can do a hand file, or I like to use my e-file for that too. So now I'm going to be sculpting my kitty cat's body and head with black acrylic. So there's the body, and I know my camera skipped out a little bit right there. It probably went dead or something. But then I'm going to be adding my kitty cat's head. And for this little cat design, there isn't a 4D element to it, unlike the other 2 designs in this short little series. I thought about adding 4D elements to this one. I thought, oh, I just want to do a classic, simple, cute cat. So that's what I went with. And for me, cats, I have 2 little fur balls at the moment, and one of them is a black cat. I can never get enough of black kitty cats. They're my favorite. So yeah, so doing a black cat design seemed like a good idea, and I thought, hey, how about I do 3? So definitely keep checking back for the other 2. They will be uploaded very soon. So after I have my cat done, as far as body, legs, head, I'm going to take some tan or brown acrylic, whatever you really want to use, and I'm going to be adding the hat. I didn't want to do a black witch hat because with the black cat, it just seemed like it'd be too dark of a design and it wouldn't be nearly as interesting looking. And so I decided to go with brown to look more like an aged, weathered hat. Add a nice little curl to the top of the hat, add the brim. And when you're making the brim of a witch hat, there's 2 kind of ideas for it. You can just make a thin little line of acrylic and have it be done like this one. Or I have a actual witch design that'll be coming up eventually in the Halloween season. And that one, I sculpted the brim separately and attached it so that it stuck out much further and it had more of that flat edge to it. So that's another option. Like I said, I have a design coming up that will show you how to do that. But it's just something to keep in mind if you do decide to do this, that if you want the brim to stick out further, if you make it on a separate piece like a nail form backing or some slippery sticker paper like that, that you can then attach it and it gets a little bit more of a normal witch hat look. So I'm going to be adding a little purple stripe around the band of the hat, and then I'm going to take more black acrylic and add the kitty cat's tail. You might as well add that when you're doing the rest of her body. Who knows why I didn't, just kind of the way I do things. So now I'm going to be taking and adding all the details to my cat with with acrylic paint. I'm actually going to start with brown acrylic paint and add some shadowing on my hat. So it just seemed like it was a little too light for me, so I darkened up with a little bit of brown paint. I didn't want it, my brown colors of acrylic are all very dark. They're very dark, dark chocolate brown, and I thought that was too dark, so, adjust to either lighter or darker either way. But then taking some white paint, I'm going to be adding some outlines to my cat's arms. And you can always thin those out with a little black paint if they get to be too thick. So very, very thin little white lines is what you're going for there, just to add little highlights there. With light pink, I'm going to be adding her nose. And then with white, add her lips. And outline her little cheeks. And then with either yellow or green, I always go back and forth on which one I want to use, add your cat's eyes. So I end up using a very, very bright green for this. The reason I say I always go back and forth between yellow and green is they're both so iconic for cat eyes and the 2 colors, so it kind of depends on what the background colors are on yours. So if you ended up doing like an orange background color instead of the green, I might go with yellow eyes instead of green. So just food for thought. I'm going to take some black paint and do a couple outlines around the hat, the cat and hat, and so just add a few going around like so, a little bit here and there. Since the cat itself is black, there aren't too many outlines that are needed lower on the design. It's just basically facial features if they need it, pupils, and then the hat, so not too much. Then I'm going to be applying a layer of gel sealer over the background. After that's done, getting in all those nooks and crannies, cure that and apply some matte top coat over your kitty cat. And you're all done. Like I said, the other 2 videos will be coming up very soon, Friday and Saturday of this week. I'm very excited to share all cat designs with everybody. So there's a skeleton cat that has a little removable body with a skeleton underneath it, and then a little pumpkin cat with the pumpkin being a little hidey hole for the cat to sink into. So I hope you guys are looking forward to those designs as much as I'm looking forward to sharing them with you, and please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!